Yes guys, it's Nitty Lass and welcome. In this video what we're going to be doing is carrying on my road to dark matter. We're joining back once again and we've only got the pistols to go and also the combat knife. Now I have actually just finished this particular pistol. This is the MR6, the semi-automatic pistol, the heaviest damage in its class, and it absolutely shines when you are playing hardcore. It really does. This is a hardcore through and through weapon for me personally. It does work quite well in core, but it absolutely shines when you're actually playing on hardcore. You can down people from across the other side of the map. You can get these headshots very easily along the way as well. But let's first of all start off with the camo I got on there. I actually unlocked the epic firebrand camo, and for me this looks pretty good. I'm liking this camo quite a lot. I like my bright colours. I like things to be standing out, and this certainly does stand out quite well. So I am quite enjoying that being on there. So let's first of all have a look then at the attachments. Now with the attachments, while I was running on trying to get all these headshots, what I tend to stick on was Elo sight, just to try and make sure that I was on target pretty much as I possibly can on the head. Then I went with quick draw as well, just try and get that weapon up in close quarters as fast as we possibly can. And then I actually personally went for high caliber. Now some people say that obviously because it's hardcore you don't really need to be sticking on high caliber. You probably don't. You could be sticking on long barrel, fast mags. You probably go with pretty much anything else, but because that comes up quite soon, I wanted to stick that on because I was going for those headshots. It will do those extra damage on the headshots as well, doesn't matter whether it's hardcore or not, and just give me a bit of that extra power just to make sure that I can run through that 100 headshot challenge very easily. Then to actually carry on completing all the challenges with the perks that I actually went for, I went with Ghost. That's just trying to keep off the minimap as much as we possibly can, because with hardcore people love to be sticking those UAVs on, obviously because they don't have a minimap. Then we're going to be going with Tracker. Now as you'll see in this particular gameplay, Tracker works extremely well in hardcore for me personally, just trying to locate people and whatnot else, because obviously things aren't showing up on your mini-map when people are firing or anything else like that. Tracker just seems to quite nicely locate people. I swapped that out. I much preferred that rather than running with fast hands or anything else like that. Then with perk 3 I went with awareness, just trying to hear people and work out exactly where they're coming from. And then I stuck the wild card on and went for dead silence as well. Now obviously we're just trying to keep our footsteps silent there, because what you're going to find especially in hardcore is people love to be camping in the corners. The amount of people are just led down and sitting somewhere and whatnot else, and especially if they can hear you coming, it just makes it a whole lot worse as well. So for me personally, this was the best kind of little setup that I actually had it for when I was actually going for the 100 headshots. Now when we're moving on to some of the other challenges like the long shots, you are gonna it's so easy with this particular weapon. It doesn't matter really what kind of map that you're particularly on. You can be picking up long shot medals along the way quite easily. Obviously, because it's hardcore as well, getting those, killing 2 people in close succession, that is so easy to do once again. And then we're going to be going mainly for like the no attachments and no perks. Now, this particular weapon with no attachments runs just as fine as what it does with attachments. I didn't have any problems whatsoever with that kind of challenge at all. So for me, that was absolutely brilliant. Then we have to run with 50 kills with no attachment, no perks whatsoever. That one was okay. It could be a bit of a burden, especially if you've got UAVs popping up every 2 seconds. You're trying to flank around the map, trying to get up and close into people. But for me, this is so easy to actually complete on hardcore. And I actually absolute blast, absolutely using it. It really was. As you can see, this is one of the kind of good gameplays that I'm just highlighting for you now, and it was really good fun to use. Now I'm on to the RK5. I absolutely love that burst pistol. Not quite as good as the old range as what this is, but this for me personally is the best hardcore weapon, just to go out there and have an absolute blast, absolutely using it. So let me know guys whether you've actually completed the challenge for this. It'd be very interesting. This is my class setup that I always highly suggest you go using for hardcore if you're doing the pistols. It will be coming up on the screen in a second for you guys, so you can pause it, put it in your memory bank, stick that in your creator class, and trust me, you stick that in hardcore, you'll be running through the challenges in absolutely no time. But coming up on my screen now is going to be my subscribe button. Make sure you're jumping on that, and guys, you can smash that like button and get my words out and support my channel. I'll be even better. This is Nitty Lass, and I'll catch you later.